stormy Monday. We're going to jump right into the weather to get cranked up here this hour. AJ, you good? You have a good weekend? Just checking in with you.
Man, I'm too blessed to be depressed.
Too
brother.
blessed to be depressed. One day we won't be on the radio together. We'll be old and retired, and I'll be like, I wonder how AJ's doing, and then I'll know. All right, so yeah, we got some pretty serious thunderstorms moving in from the north this afternoon. It's just getting into the edge of the northern part of the listening area. So that's going to include some people that are listening to me right now. Earlier today, as they crossed in from Tennessee into the northern part of Alabama, there was golf ball-sized hail reported in these storms. We've got all manner of things that could develop. These will be stronger. I think we've sort of gotten lulled over the last several days of just afternoon thunderstorms into believing that the spring season is over, but it's still here, and these are going to be a whole lot stronger than what we've been dealing with the last few days. So let me give you another recap. So since they're on the radar, we can see them, and we'll be tracking them. If any severe warnings pop up, particularly tornado warnings, of course, we will let you know about that. There's just the outside chance, because these are just sort of scattered individual cells as part of a larger line, that there could be some development this afternoon. So we're going to have to keep an eye on those things. But yeah, pretty strong winds, 60-plus mile-an-hour winds in some of these today. That can bring some trees down. I had a random dead tree just fall today, AJ. There was no wind. I've been looking at this tree for a while. The other day, I was like, I need to go just push that thing over with the tractor. And then this morning about 9:30, I heard something go thump. I looked outside in the air. It fell. Right in a good spot, too. I don't even have to move it right now.
Yeah, well, a
It can
lot of
just lay there.
times, too, is those trees soak up all that moisture from all this rain, and it gets really, really heavy.
Soil gets loose. And I think that's really, to be honest with you, because the root system kind of came with it. So the ground's, that's a good point. The ground's a little soupy, a little less firm than it was with all this soaking rain. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gust this afternoon could topple some things and cause some trouble. So we're going to be watching it. Again, we'll do our best. We're not going to track each individual cell. That just takes too long, and it's more difficult on the radio. But if it becomes severe, we'll let you know, and especially if there are any tornado warnings. Now, I just saw a severe thunderstorm warning. Here, this just popped out a second ago at 2:01. National Weather Service, severe thunderstorm warning for northern Jefferson County and northern St. Clair County. This goes until 3 o'clock. The storm was located 7 miles west of Jasper to Aurora, moving southeast 25 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, just like we were reported. Hail damage to vehicle is expected. I've never seen the Weather Service say it like that. That's the thing that always freaks me out, is your car getting all smashed up if you're out there. So literally, if you're in that part of the county, I wouldn't be out on the road. If you can find a way to get pulled over, slide into a gas station and spend a little extra time pumping gas and get away from this hailstorm. Here's some towns. Let me call out some towns that are in the path of this thing. Man, so we've already cranked up first hour of the show. Here they come already. Gardendale, Rainbow City, Fultondale, Springville, Summoning Center, Point, Clay, Pinson, Adamsville, Margaret, Argo, Warrior, Kimberly, Asheville, Graysville, Morris, Brookside, Steele, Trafford, and Maytown. Again, large hail. The radar has indicated hail in excess of 1 inch this afternoon in this exact storm. So this isn't a forecast. Now we've just switched right in the middle of my opening segment. We just switched from a forecast to an actual warning with radar indicated hail. And no doubt a little bit later we'll start seeing images after this thing passes over of the hail damage and or pictures of hail. People always want to pull out the hailstone and then put like a quarter beside it. AJ, I don't even know where to find a quarter. I don't ever have change around anymore. I'd have to go look for a ruler or something. But we wouldn't mind your photographs. Y'all put those up.
I got some change in my car. I always have some change in my armrest.
Yeah,
for some odd reason.
I found this whole thing of pennies, and they'd been sitting together so long in one of my cars, I just hadn't cleaned it in a while.
Yeah.
And they were stuck together. I was like, man, that's pretty foul. So it's all clean now. But these pennies are all still stuck together, just sitting in this little, same thing, a little sort of place where I throw the change. But yeah, we're going to get a 1 inch hail. I mean, that's roughly going to be the size of a quarter size hail, people always use different measurements, but it's on us, and here it comes. We'll just stick with this for a minute because this is the most urgent thing that's going on right here around Birmingham at the moment. Now, this thing has formed up a pretty good line. Let me put it in motion here, and I'll try to describe to you some timing. So over downtown, now this is northern Jefferson County, this last little bit, moving at 25. So this radar has it coming through probably closer to downtown in about 30 minutes. And then it's moving mostly due south, southeast. And it doesn't look like it's losing much strength as it rolls along. It'll be a Montgomery story later today, and then there are more chances of redevelopment and stuff on the backside of it tonight as well. The good news, if you want to break from the rain and see some real sunshine, and we got enough of it today that I forgot something about the sun. I remembered that it makes us all feel better, and it makes the birds sing, and it dries everything out. I also remembered it makes us hot as hell. It was like 92 this morning. I was up there. AJ, I sweated through 2 sets of clothes already. I already changed clothes. I'm in my 3rd set of clothes this morning. It is sweaty hot. But, yeah, so here it comes. There's your update, and we'll give you details on that here in just a minute as things continue to develop. Let me get started to tell you that EcoView Windows and Doors bringing you the show this hour. Speaking of the weather and the heat and all that, as we get into the thick of summer, in the wintertime, I do this thing where I just try to visualize and help you realize that we're not all going to take a thermal scan of our windows, but you go stand next to those windows in the winter, and you just feel a little bit colder than you should, a little drafty feeling, radiation near the windows. That's straight up leaky windows and loss of money to you. We're all looking at all these high energy bills, and we got to do everything we can on our side of the equation, and that's make our homes as efficient and well managed as possible. Half that equation is keeping your heating and air system cleaned up, and we'll talk to you later in the show about that. The other half is make sure your windows are up to date, even on a newer home. And if you got leaky windows, y'all check this out. EcoView Windows can come out. They'll give you a free estimate. They're not going to try to hassle you or put any pressure on you, but they'll just add up your windows and measure everything, look at the style, tell you what they can do for you. And what they do stand behind is the efficiency of their product. And the industry standard is about the average is that 35% of people's, let me rephrase that. I did that totally backwards. The average loss is 35% on your heating and cooling bills if you've got these old single pane windows that are just letting it, over time the caulk pulls back, expansion and contraction, plus that single pane is just not a good thermal barrier. So let them come wrap you up tight, and that'll also hold that cool weather in, hold that cool air in, and the moisture. Boy, it's the humidity right now. You want to keep that out of your house, too. Stay cool and dry this summer. Sleep like a baby and save 35% on your heating and cooling bills with EcoViewWindows.com, EcoViewWindows.com. All right, a couple of big stories, nothing huge. We're actually starting off a little slow today. I'll set a few things on the table, and then we'll go to the calls early and see where we go from here. And I got a feeling weather is going to dominate us here for the next few minutes. But we've got, let's start with the Iran situation. I heard somebody today call it Groundhog Day. It's just, we've been doing this for 4 or 5 weeks. Trump wants a deal, optimistic about a deal. The Iranians do something weird, and then we shoot a little bit at them. They shoot a little bit at us. We knock it all down, and then we keep talking. My own brother was today going, man, I'm tired of this. Iran's never going to agree to anything. And I think a lot of folks feel that way. Now, my optimistic hope is that Trump's also biding some time right now. If we're really going to get rid of the regime, and that's the problem, it's not just the nukes, it's this regime with nukes. It's the gun in the hands of madmen. These people believe in a fatalistic, bloody end times battle, and they're not going to give up their deeply held religious beliefs to make a deal with us, the devil. We're the devil. Would you give up your religious beliefs and go make a deal with the devil, even if you wanted to play some good blues music? You know all those movies where you go to the crossroads, sign on the dotted line.
With
suddenly
blood.
You can jam. Suddenly you're really good at it. Some people have done that. There have been whole songs about it. Charlie Daniels, Devil Went Down to Georgia. You don't want to deal with the devil.
Well, the devil's still in Georgia, too, because I've seen that traffic.
No, the devil was in Congress, and now she lives down in Costa Rica. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm kidding. But, yeah, that's true. The devil probably lives in Atlanta. Yep, I believe it. Anyway, all I know is the devil does wear Prada, and I've seen that movie. So there's that. Any more devil jokes before I move on? I think that's all we got. You got anything else? I'm just checking on you. Starting off slow today. Anyway, so you're never going to get a rational understanding and peace from a group of maniacs. And there are those loosely related with the intelligence community that believe that this time and effort could give more power to people on the ground to push back and topple the regime themselves. We don't want to go in there and do it with boots on the ground. We need them to stand up for themselves. They just weren't empowered to do it. They're just not empowered to do it. So I'm hoping some of this is us buying time, not just the Iranians buying time, because we're in complete control of it. Trump can end this tomorrow, but he sees some advantage in letting it string out. Understand this guy. He's not willy-nilly. This was thought through. He's reacting to what they're doing in some ways, but he's got something in mind. He's got cards that he's holding, and I trust that because I've seen it too many times. It's how he negotiates. So we'll see if the afternoon brings anything or if we get any news on that. Gas, the oil price started going back up today because the optimism over a peace deal from Friday sort of melted away in the news cycle today. But the price at the pump has still been steadily going down because, again, it's a futures market, and those prices are when oil had dropped a few weeks ago, and that's working its way into the gas pumps. What you can bet is the higher prices we're seeing now, it'll fluctuate back in a few weeks too, just as a lot of folks are heading out doing vacations and all that stuff. But we'll update you on the Iran war. Lots of elections around the country, and we got some election news. And tell you what, I'm going to save some of this for next segment, and we'll go through the situation in Maine, which is so fun. The situation in L.A., even more fun. And even Tommy Tuberville back in the news over his residency today. We'll give you the details on that here in just a minute, too. All right, quick break. Tapco. Let me talk about Tapco before we go any further. That's Michael's shop, downtown Birmingham, 6th Avenue South. I've got to run my little Jeep down there. I want him to go through it. He used to race off-road. If there's anybody that's a Jeep man that understands all this stuff, he always talks to me about it. But, that's also my tow vehicle when I'm traveling this summer. And, it's going to get pulled more miles than it'll be driven. We got to have it when you get there. And so I want to go through it, make sure it's good, and I totally trust them. And plus, it needs some basic maintenance. And so Tapco is going to take care of that probably this week for me. And that's the kind of relationship I'd love you guys to build with Michael and his staff in there. They're just the best. I really believe they're the best service department and service technicians and mechanics anywhere in Birmingham. They sort of pride themselves in solving things even some of the dealers can't solve with their own products. You get into dealer maintenance sometimes and you get backed up and you're waiting, recalls, all these things happen. Tapco can knock out these mystery codes and mystery lights, and the way to have that on go is to have a relationship with them. So take your car down there for the regular stuff. Once you get to know them, anything can happen with your automobile, as you'll see on all these auto warranty commercials. There's one thing they'll always say, you can choose your own mechanic. Well, who the hell would you choose? Think about that and have somebody ready to go in case you do want to get this kind of stuff done. It's Tapco, T-A-P-C-O. They're on 6th Avenue South. They've even got a courtesy shuttle to run you back to work if it's reasonable. I mean, if you're in Pell City, I'm not sure they're going to make that drive. But if you're anywhere close to downtown Birmingham, they'll get you to work on your car all day, get you back to your ride. And that is so convenient. So you can keep being productive. And you'll just enjoy getting to know him and his crew and his family. It's cool. I really like this shop. Tapco Birmingham, 6th Avenue South in Birmingham. By the way, I only casually mention this sometimes, but he's offering 10% off if you drop my name. So you got to let him know you heard it here. Get you a little additional 10% on select services. So ask him about that. Tapco Birmingham, T-A-P-C-O, TapcoBham.com. I know I'm old, but that's just more my style, man. This new stuff today, I can't stand it. Me and all the old guys ought to get ready to talk about every single genre. They're just screwing it up. This was good stuff.
Well,
well, it's new, but I mean, it's that style.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The style.
It's so funny when I listen to music like that or some of this new music. I'm like, man, who wrote this?
There's this, I call it mumble rap. The new stuff I always hear it at the gas station. People love to share their rap music at the gas station. And I'm like, dude, that's no good. You kids today.
Well, I'm getting to that point now.
It's like, that in all the genres, man.
I'm listening to music and I got to be like, ooh, I can't listen to that now because I got kids in the car.
Oh, I know it. All of a sudden, you're hearing the words of songs you've been jamming to your whole life. You're like, oh, that's foul.
Yeah.
Turn that down. You can't play Prince in the car. Teenagers around here, like, they already know.
Yeah. But my son, I just don't want my son or my daughter just repeating something.
Oh, I know it.
And it'd be at the most awkward time.
Oh, exactly.
And, and then people are like, what is he teaching these kids? Like, oh, my God. Hey, you should hear what your kids are saying. Don't worry about my kids. I know what they're listening to because I'm listening to it with them.
But you know what? I have this funny story about my oldest. I used to like to headbang, especially, I'm in my 20s. I got a brand new kid.
Right.
And his mother did not want him exposed to this whatsoever. She convinced me pretty much I was selling his soul to the devil. He was going to want to. I mean, when he was born, she's playing classical music in his bedroom all the time. Next thing you know, I'm Metallica. We're headbanging, and I'm playing all kind of Metallica around him, and she just like on my case about it.
Mm-hmm. But look, it worked out because he's a doctor.
Yeah, and in a week I get to go to his residency graduation in New York City at a black tie ball.
Right.
And he and I went to the Metallica concert at the BJCC. I think it was back in 2019. So I sent her the photo. I was like, he turned out all right.
Now let me ask you this. All right, I know you got a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about.
That's all right. It's kind of slowed it down.
So when you go to this graduation, are you going to be one of those parents? Like a lot of times you go to these graduations, they'll be like, please reserve your applause and your gestures to the end of the program.
No, I'm gonna pick a fight and get on YouTube. I'm gonna take my shirt off and dive on some other parent. I've been seeing that's the new trend in the country now. You can't just go to a graduation.
No,
and act like
you got to fight.
Act like it's actually about education or dignity.
No,
you got to get on YouTube.
It's a UFC fight. I mean, that's about to happen on the 14th of this month.
I'm gonna like, woo, Alabama in the house.
Yeah,
up here in this Ivy League graduation.
Can you please pass the jelly?
Hey, can I tell you about boys though? You got a boy and a girl, so you're about to find out. They don't tell you. Boys do not communicate at all. Okay, I got busted like
I'm a guy. I don't tell nobody nothing.
I know, and I'm the same way. Every time I want to get pissed at him, I'm like, man, I've done this to my mom so many times. So he, about 3 months ago, I'm just ratting him out right now. He's got a new son now, so he's going to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope I live long enough to see him have to deal with this. So, kids today anyway, when they're grown and gone, you're just lucky to get a text. I mean, you sort of live to see a text. Once in a blue moon, send me a photo, what's happening. You have to follow your own kids on social media to know what the hell's going on. You just do. They got their lives. I get it. So about somewhere back in January, February, he goes, oh, yeah, are you coming to my graduation? What? I just thought he was done with his training and he's moving to the next town. I was like, oh, well, sure. I haven't missed one since kindergarten, so what's the deal? And he gave me a date, and we've got huge plans because we're going to leave on our summer trip. I'm like, I'll figure this out. I'm going to make it work. I'm not going to miss that. And so I'll be off on a Friday in a couple of weeks. I got to fly up and fly back the very next morning. I got to get up and get back, but I'm not going to miss it. AJ, I'm not going to miss it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm checking because I'm hoping the flight's on time because it's the same day. It's all I could work out. I got to get up early, get up there, hope to make it to the thing. There's a reception after, and get it crash and get back on a plane, right? This is my plan. So my question was, if I travel light, maybe I could I'll probably wear a sport coat, and I open, maybe a nice shirt, comfortable, but be able to fly that way. Then I don't have to change clothes. I can go right, no waste of time. I'll do a carry-on for my luggage to get, just for my clothes to get home, minimal supplies, right? I got it all figured out in my mind. Last night, I'm texting him like, oh, yeah, by the way, what's the dress code? He goes, it's black tie. And I was like, hold on. You're kidding. You're messing around with me, man. He goes, no, I'm not messing with you. It's black tie. I was like, no, seriously, what's the deal? He goes, it's formal. I told you, Dad, it's a big deal. So you did not tell me it's a week out. AJ, I don't even know if I can. I'll be like a Pillsbury can of biscuits in this old tux. I don't even know if it fits. We're a week and a half out. I don't even know if I can button my own tux. Because brother's been eating.
Yeah.
And this dude decides to tell me this last night via text because I asked him. I would have flown up there in overalls. I mean, how am I supposed to know?
You know what? To prove a point,
I should do it. Yes.
You should do it.
Yep.
Hey, look, have you some black overalls with a top hat?
Because, it's enough.
Like, I am from Alabama.
His dad from Alabama. Good evening, sir. I should dress like a.
I say.
I should dress like a Confederate soldier. Like, go rent a costume. Just come in there, like, with the whole mutton chops. I could shave this little part of my beard off. You fine sirs at your venerable institution have now graduated my southern boy off into your established. Just talk like that the whole time.
You should do that, man. Oh, that would be so funny. You should go over there.
Start singing Dixieland. Wish I was in the land of cotton. Hey, his ass would be letting me know from now on.
And then pull him to the side. See, son, this is what happened. You don't tell Dad exactly what I was supposed to do. You see this?
Yep.
This is what you get.
And you know what else? I'll teach your son how to do that to you. He'll learn from me how to mess with you. It's on. He just set me up, and then he ghosted me.
Oh, you should definitely do this.
I'm trying to get. I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, can I change at your place? I'm not flying in a tuxedo. I got to change now. That's going to add 30 minutes. I'm trying to get him to work with me, and he's gone. And for all I know, he's taking a bullet out of somebody because there's a lot of bullet wounds up there.
Right.
He's off on a shift somewhere. I never know.
So what's the wife saying? Is she in agreement with you of doing this?
She looked at me and she goes, well, I want to go. I was like, since when? She had no interest in making this overnight because it's going to be brutal. And she's up to here trying to get, her kids off to camp, and we're trying to do all this stuff. And so it was going to be a craziest weekend of our lives. Yeah. And all of a sudden there's a formal dress involved, and and the thing is, she could pull it together and make it. She'd be fine.
All you got to do is eat you a Mentos, because Mentos makes it better. Pop you a Mentos.
Thumbs up. I need an easy button. The point of that whole rambling story, and thank you for triggering that memory from last night, is boys, if you got boys, here's the only saving grace, is when they finally get married, they've got a wife that you can communicate through, like a personal secretary. Because she would have told me.
Right.
Is my problem. I should have reached out to his wife and said, hey, what's the deal on this? She'd have had me all scheduled and planned out. She'd have been thoughtful. I mean, told me everything I need to know and do, and probably even had a little place for me to change clothes. Oh, no. He was going to wait till I got there to let me know.
Man, look, if you go up in there with some black overall, I put on my good overalls for this.
What I should do is just wear the tux with no shirt underneath.
Ooh, that would be perfect. With a bow tie?
Yeah, just put a little bow tie on like I'm a Chippendale. They call them Chunkendales when you're my age. I'll wind up figuring it out. So now I'm scrambling around, got to figure that out. I got to go home and see if
what you need to do is go right on Lakeshore, go to K&G, get you one of them nice little one-piece suits, and just roll up in there like that.
Give me one of them big purple prom suits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With a nice little top hat.
I'm going to go over to Fairfield and rent a tux. Big old cane and a...
What's up,
you said tux.
Yeah, Lily up in the house.
Roll up in a limo. I've been watching YouTube. I know what happens. It's 2:33, Leland Live, Talk 99.5. Lonnius Furniture Company bringing you the show this hour. L-A-U, I always spell it for you. Lonnius. It's kind of like my name. You got to spell it sometimes. People get it wrong. L-A-U-N-I-U-S, LonniusFurnitureCompany.com. Man, do they have the selection. Boy, they were blowing the doors off through Memorial Day and through the weekend. They've still got some deals. Now, I'm not sure. I'll check in with Reggie tomorrow and see if they're going to extend that $100 off on $1,000 that you spend any more for the summer, because sometimes when a sale's just working for you, just keep it going. But in the meantime, they've still got excellent prices on all that stuff. A lot of it got bought that they just got in a couple of weeks ago, and they're constantly getting shipments into Lonnius. And that's the other thing about that store that I always love, is that there's constant turnover. They work in volume. It's all beautiful quality stuff. And as things rotate through, they refresh the floor. And they've got it beautifully staged in that big giant showroom. And so it all just turns out so nice. And because of all that, there's always something new to look at. So in other words, if you've been to Lonnius lately, you might want to go check them out again. You never know. There might be something that you didn't consider. And so they're right there off exit 280. In fact, they're probably right in the heart of where this thunderstorm is coming through right now. We're going to update you on that again here in just a second. But go see them if you've got some downtime or want to do some shopping. Inside the home, outside the home. I'm really a huge, huge fan of their outdoor line of this. They call it polywood. It's some kind of recycled material. It's not plastic, but it's real thick and dense, but it's not wood, but it absolutely feels, has the character and looks like wood, but it's not going to chip and crack and buckle and warp, and you're not going to have to paint it. It's so easy to maintain. For some dumb reason, I picked white chairs to go outside, pure white. I got all these trees. I should have been thinking, I thought, oh, those are going to look terrible in about a year. They never do. They look almost like I just bought them. I've had them almost 7 years. I hose them off sometimes I'll hit them with a pressure washer or throw some of that cleaner on them and just hose them off. And from the stuff over wintertime, they look great. And they're so comfortable. I spent COVID in those chairs sitting outside every day right before the show, just getting a suntan and soaking up some vitamin D and being isolated. And these chairs are wonderful. So, and the thing is, you can buy this material in a number of formations. They make gliders and bar stool type stuff for if you got a pool area, high tops, low chairs. Those low slung Adirondacks are always super comfortable. So go look at the outdoor stuff too. And if you want a custom order, you've even got your choice of colors to make it fit what you're doing at your house. It's LonniusFurnitureCompany.com, LonniusFurnitureCompany.com. All right, before I get too deep into the other news of the day, let's go back to the weather. We're going to spend a little time on this hour because it is a lot more threatening today than it was, say, yesterday and through the weekend. So there's a nice formation of storms that are now dropping into northern Jefferson County. In fact, we're under severe thunderstorm warning for northern Jefferson County. We don't have – no, this goes until 3, and it's on the way, and they've already measured. They can tell on the radar, and there's some ground witnesses too that are talking about the huge hail that's involved in these things, over an inch. That could do some damage. So the mix is a lot of rain, a lot of lightning, strong winds, and hail involved in these things this afternoon. Large hail that could do damage to vehicles and other sensitive things, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust involved in these storms as well. So we're not gonna keep tracking minute to minute, but as things develop and communities get called out, because that's what's happening now. The Weather Service is putting out a very specific forecast for certain communities. So right now it's all of northern Jefferson County. Let me just try to draw. I'll draw a mental polygon for you. So Jasper over to Gadsden, down toward Anniston, and over to Alabaster. If you could draw an angular sort of rectangular shape, that is everybody that's under that warning right now. And now they've extended that one until 3:45. What you're going to see, because this is rolling through, are you're going to see these boxes just keep getting pushed further south. The good news on that is maybe we'll be all clear for the heart of the listening area after 4. And if you're south of there in Clanton and Sylacauga and Ellick City and all the way down toward Prattville, You guys are going to have it sometime after that. It's just rolling right through. And again, they've already seen some hail damage in North Alabama today. There's been 1 inch plus size hail. I've seen some pictures already. This was up around the Tennessee Valley. And now the Weather Service is saying minimally quarter size hail. And they should use, I talked about this a second ago. Earlier, they said 1 inch, and then they said quarter. And I think they don't mean a quarter of an inch. They mean a quarter, like a 25 cents, like a quota. Who's on the quarter? I forgot. Is that George Washington on there too? I think it's George Washington.
Yes.
A George Washington quarter size hail possible in all these things. And again, winds. Oh wow, they got something new on this graphic. I've never noticed this. I was reading down the detail. Winds up to 60 miles an hour. That's, as I mentioned earlier, I had a tree fall today just from the loose soil, and so I think we're going to see some toppled trees. That could definitely cause some power problems today. There are 1,249,535 people in this polygon. That's pretty amazing that they can draw circles around that and tell the population. So anyway, that's the latest in as much detail as I can give on the radio. Y'all have a good weather source. If we wind up with a tornado warning, of course, we'll update that and stop what we're talking about and get on into that. Now, let's flip back to some newsy news, and then we'll do more of this stuff in a few minutes as it gets in here. And again, bottom line, doubling back on the weather, just stay off the roads. I know kids are mostly all out of school now, so this is not as sensitive as it would be this exact time of day during school pickup, and should roll right on through here this afternoon. We'll keep you updated on it. Okay, election stuff. Let's start here at home. This surprised me a lot. So since Tuberville decided to run for governor, there keep being these repeated ideas that he's not eligible to be governor because of a residency requirement. Now, the first group of people to defend that said, well, he's in the Senate. He's already run for office here. But there's a whole different length of term that you've got to live in Alabama for residency to be governor than a senator. As we know from Hillary Clinton's carpetbagging days, you can live in a state for 1 day and qualify as a senator. It's different. I think it's 7 years here in Alabama. I forget the actual qualifications. Now, that's not a party regulation. That's just state residency requirements. So this Ken McFeeters that ran against Tuberville and was beaten the primary had an ongoing challenge. Pretty much I think he went to court even over it, and that got laughed out of the courts. But the Republican Party has decided to have a hearing on Tuberville's residency out of the blue. They're now having a hearing. I'm like, why would y'all do that now after your primary's been settled? So I don't know what's up with that. We'll have to wait and see what's playing out. I'm cynical, so part of me says they're just trying to vet this and get it out of the way so it's not an issue that the Democrats can keep bringing up in the fall. Maybe give Tuberville a way to get this officially on the record as far as his residency down in Auburn. Now, granted, what's happening here is anytime you've got the wealth of a football coach that had a successful career, you're going to have enough money to have a beach house, which a lot of people do. And so naturally in the beautiful area down around Santa Rosa, Tuberville's had a beach house for a long time. Everybody wants to kind of retire at the beach. Well, not everybody, but some people do. But he maintained his house that he had in Auburn for a long time. And his connections to Auburn have been continuing for all these years, even when he wasn't coaching there. It's funny how a lot of former coaches gravitate right back. It's a nice community. So that's back on the table, and all of a sudden the state committee decides they're going to have a hearing on it. So we'll see where that goes. If I get any inside poop from people that really know what's up, I will let you know. Then there's the absolutely fabulous mayor's race out in Los Angeles tomorrow. There's been some shenanigans already today. There are some voting centers, because they do this ridiculous early voting, that have been set on fire and vandalized and burglarized ahead of this election. Now, that could be just because it's L.A. And if it's not nailed down, they'll steal it. And if it's a flat wall, they'll spray paint it. And if it's a nice sidewalk, they'll take a dump on it out there. It's L.A. The place has gone to hell. And so but then you have the fact that this in repeated polls through the weekend, Karen Bass is trailing this upstart Spencer Pratt, who's again not partisan. He's not part of anybody's agenda. Dude just hit a nerve of being a victim to terrible leadership in that town, and he is surging with particularly independents. So Bass, I guess she's going to rely on the old school Democrat robot party structure where people vote like sheep according to identity or whatever. Democrats get a lot of mileage out of organizing the organized. They even call it that, where they get groups together and herd them off into a corner and say, y'all got to vote with us or the devil's going to get you. And they do. But then you've got people that are more free thinking, absolutely fed up with the incompetence of Karen Bass. So is Pratt going to win? There's these gambling markets that think he's got a real shot. I can't believe it. I'd love to believe it. I think I may not sleep all night tomorrow night if he does. And their polls will close late. We may not know anything until Wednesday morning. But I'm telling you, if this woman is losing, if that left-wing machine is losing in L.A., they will pull something to keep us from knowing that Pratt beat her. So look out for that. We've seen it before in this country. They did it nationwide. They will pull something to disrupt the election. I don't trust them. So that's fun. And then you got the Maine Nazi. I can't remember this guy's name. I'm not paying attention to Maine politics. Susan Collins is running for re-election. She's such a milquetoast, warmed over, soft, squishy, sort of Republican, but it's all you're going to get out of Maine. It's weird up there. It's a beautiful state with a lot of trees. They don't have much to do. I had a buddy whose mom was from there. I said, what do they do in Maine? He goes, pretty much smoke dope and ride around on canoes.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, cool.
Yeah, the guy that she's who's supposed to be, I guess he's a Democratic, is Graham Plattner.
Graham Plattner. They've talked about him in the news all day, and here's the latest. So we already knew he had Nazi tattoos that he tried to explain. This guy hates everybody. And that's kind of become the identity of the Democrat Party. Have y'all ever met a Democrat of the last 6 years that's happy about anything? Tell the truth now. Think about every Democrat you know in your life. Aren't they deep down just really miserable people? It's sad. I want to give them a hug. They probably wouldn't like it. But they're an angry, emotional bunch of people, and they're riding on that. So here comes this guy he's got beef with the whole world. He hates gay people and Jews and black folks and anybody that's not him and Trump and everybody else. He's a hater. So they give him the nomination because their governor dropped out. Their governor dropped out because she's about to get legally busted in one of these Tim Walz style scandals. Suddenly she dips a few weeks ago, mysteriously to some. I think she knows she's in trouble with the law, and it leaves them hanging with Nazi tattoo guy. And if that's not bad enough, the Democrats will look past. I mean, they looked past Joe Biden being a vegetable for 4 years and pretended they didn't see what the whole world saw just to survive the election. And they would look past the Nazi tattoo in a minute. But then this what's the name of the site, AJ? Some teen hookup site or whatever. They've caught this guy on there. He's got an account. It's mostly teenagers and some early 20s on there. And I don't know what to make of that. The implication that he's trolling for underage kids. And there's a picture of him in a towel with his shirt off. And I don't know if he posted that or where that came from, but that's the controversy today. A lot of people believe it's the Democrats themselves that put this out to spike him to get him out of the way. And they'll do that if they have to. And it's probably smart politics rather than his image dragging their whole party down. They think they just need him out of the way so they can find a way to replace him. Kind of like they finally had to pull the plug on Biden when he exposed himself on national TV that day. So anyway, there's that story. Fun insaneness in this midterm election year from other areas in the country. All right, let's go to the phones. Man, I appreciate the calls. I'm starting to see the wind and the rain pick up outside our studios. Daryl is on a cell phone. What's up, Daryl?
Hey, guys. You were talking earlier about going to your son's graduation dressed in a Confederate uniform. Several years ago, while I was still in the military, in the Army, I had a guy that his wife was from Massachusetts, and she was much better than us Southern trash. So they lived close to Atlanta, and they were having like this big celebration, little ball get together. Me and 6 of my friends that were invited, we all went as white Southern gentlemen in the white suit
Yep.
with the hat, the mustache, the goatee, canes, the whole deal.
Oh, that's
Right.
funny.
And we, as soon as we walked in, the first thing, where are the mint juleps? And we talked to everybody we could, and we were just as, sir, I love what you have. Why do you not have an ascot on? I don't. And just. She tried to get security to ban us, right? And he said, no, it'll be fine. We stayed for 5. We shut that place down, and he ended up divorcing her, but he needed to anyway. But she hated us. She would come to company picnics because she had to, and she would see us, and we would all, mint juleps. She hated us, absolutely hated us. It was great. But, yes, you do definitely need to do that to your son.
Okay, I got you, man. I may just spike him. You know, I'm trying to decide if it's worth him never speaking to me again. But
well, okay, maybe not that. You get like,
thanks, Daryl.
Pay 2 or 3 other people to do it.
Should I dress like Colonel Sanders, AJ? Just go full Colonel Sanders with the string tie and bucket of chicken?
Oh.
I say I'm the only one that knows my 11 herbs and spices. I just got a report that we're off the air. Does that mean our tower? Do you have any information on that?
We're back. We're on. I was listening because I got the same text message, but I think we're on.
Yeah, we have a generator that kicks in. Sometimes if our tower takes a hit, the generator kicks in. Now online, I can't tell you. I have no idea. Charles, let's go real quick with Charles, and then we're gonna grab a break. What's up, Charles?
Hey, William. Got a weather report for you.
Okay.
The Southeast Lake Roebuck area is getting pounded pretty hard. It's just got a lot of it's real dark and it's raining a little bit. Other than that, we're fine powers on and hearing you guys. Okay.
Excellent, man. You getting any hail? That's the thing. Hail and maybe those down trees.
Maybe one hailstone.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Hopefully that's just going to kind of melt away and not be part of what comes through the metro. But we've already seen it today. So heads up. Hey, Charles. Thanks for that update.
I'm laying on my bed. I got my bicycle helmet on.
There you go. Just better safe than sorry. All right, buddy.
You have a good day.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it, man. Let me do this quick break. We'll keep an eye on it. I see leaves and limbs flying around out there. It's about to be rocking out there in the next probably the next 30, 45 minutes for a lot of you. Southern Skies Dermatology, speaking of weather, mostly sunny weather all season, can wind up leaving you damaged. Now, here's the thing with skin cancer, it's we do damage in the present, but sometimes it's things we did 20 years ago. You actually damage the DNA in your cell, and your cells replicate themselves over your life. And as you age, your body loses the ability to sort of fight the damage. This is pedestrian language, but it was how it was kind of explained to me by Southern Skies when they first came on probably 10 years ago. And then at some point, that can start to metastasize. It can become skin cancer. Some of it's benign. Some of it's melanoma. And it's hard to know when that trigger happens. It's different for everybody. I've had family members with skin cancer in their 20s. And many of you, as you age, you can age into it. Skin type, personal history, family history, all these are markers. Here's a good thing. Southern Skies only does skin cancer. They're top-level dermatology practice that focuses on this area of dermatology just to save people's lives and give people that good news that they're okay or they can make them okay because they got in there early. You've got part of the job to do, and that's to get in there early enough to be detected. The other half of that equation, of course, is doing the responsible things, wearing the sunscreens and the hats and all that. But stay checked, and they'll let you know how often you need to come back. Some people, it's annual. Some people, not so much. I do it annually just because of all the history I have. So far, so good for me. And that feels good when you're worried or you just want to get an all clear and you get an all clear. You've done the right thing. It's Southern Skies Dermatology. Great locations all over Birmingham. And a new one coming on 280 this year. Can't wait to tell you about that one. SouthernSkiesDermatology.com. Back here in a minute. Man, this storm really is packing a punch. Now, some of y'all are already feeling the winds. We're getting power outage reports way out ahead of this thing. The line is about halfway through Jefferson County right now. So let me give you a couple of things that are coming across. We got trees down in a lot of spots. Back up to the north and west where this thing is largely blown through. We've got trees down across Highway 57 near Battleground. That report coming in this afternoon. Let me scroll down. Trees down near the Nucor tubular products plant up in Decatur. I'm giving y'all this damage data to let you know if you're, say, in southern Jefferson or Shelby, you're on the other side of the storm. They're on the backside, and this is what's being reported. Very large hail reported all over. We've got the boundaries near Hueytown as of 2 minutes ago, and it's pretty severe stuff. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, large hail involved, lots of lightning and tons of rain. Just checked in with the fam, and she said all the animals just ran in the house at the same time. Like they're weather forecasters, man. They know. They just all came inside at the same exact time. So the winds out ahead of this thing have the capability of doing some just knocking over trees and limbs. And, of course, I think we're going to see some pretty significant power outages. No tornado warnings, just to be clear. We don't have any tornado warnings or really a watch right now. But with this much energy inside some of these individual cells, that possibility is there this afternoon. We got one moving 35 miles an hour through Tuscaloosa and Pickens County, 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail around Northport. Aliceville is in the path. This forecaster, I'm just going through all my forecaster community here. They're saying that people should go ahead and seek shelter, and I think that's wise. You probably shouldn't have to wait for a tornado warning, but let this blow over, and I really think at the end of the afternoon we're going to see pretty significant power outages and, of course, possible hail damage. And, of course, the most vulnerable to hail are metal and glass in your automobiles and whatnot. So if you didn't batten down the hatches before today, if it's loose out in the yard, you may be going to find it a little bit later today. And if you're at work, just hang tight till this stuff blows through. It should be out of here before the sort of peak time, drive time after 5 o'clock out of the metro area anyway. But we're still dealing with it right now. We're going to go ahead and go to our normal top-of-the-hour break. Then we'll come back and I'll keep tracking this stuff for you. Plenty of time for the other news of the day and headlines. Blakely's Bouquets, wonderful shop. Certainly you got somebody from time to time. You got love in your life. You need to send somebody flowers. Even if it's your mama, if you're being a good person, you're sending flowers sometimes. Make Blakely's your florist. They're so kind. They're so smart. They're so good at what they do, and they'll help you with anything that can lift somebody up or tell them you love them. Easiest online system I've ever used. I love the way that works. And I like the confirmation text that you get to let you know the flowers made it. It's two names, Blake and Lee. Put them together. Blake Lee's, BLAKELEE, BlakeLee'sBouquets.com in Homewood, BlakeLee'sBouquets.com. Back here in just a minute.